Now we are based on 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis when the price was here, we mentioned how we can look for buy or sell. Actually, as you can see, the move become more deeper. The way is dropping. I mean, the way is dropping. Okay, what I want to say is that there is no much changes, and if we move to higher time frame again, we see what we have been looking for. And as you can see, based on daily chart, we are within this correction in relative to this move. We want to see how long we'll be within this and whether we can get the continuation to be the breakout of the top, or this one can tend to a deeper correction, at least to retest this low. I think the possibility of the price to drop to this low is really less. By the way, all it depends on the what's the next move, and we cannot confirm right now. Okay, and if we move to forward chart, what we mentioned, we want to see whether we can get one more drop, because if we mention we get the one more drop, the price we're looking for is 0.0518 following by 0.049, because if the price drop any of this level, if we get any reversal, this is what we're looking for, and even we can expect the breakout of this trend line. But from there, if there is a continuation, 0.041, which is the next level we're looking for. Okay, but mostly we're expecting the price to drop to any of this level, then from there we get the reversal. Okay, now we want to see how deep this one can go and how long we'll be within this correction. Okay, in this case, we move to 1 hour chart. We see how we can trade based on 1 hour chart. As I mentioned, there is no more changes in really. I mean, if we compare to our last analysis, and right now the only thing is we move the trend line to what I just put now, because we can put this one I mean relative to this. Okay, now if we want to look for buy, because right now we can look for this too. Okay, and even because in our analysis first we have been looking for this too. If we put this one in relative to each other, we can see this is what we have, and this does mean this is the first move, and this is the correction which we can expect one move up. This is what we'll explain to break out of the top, then from there we can expect the down move. Okay, that's why still we can look this one in relative to this. It doesn't matter which one we put, but in both of them, the possibility of the one move up, we have it. Okay, and if there is a continuation from here, I don't think we can get a really good trade setup for sell unless we get the correction similar to what I draw here. Then from there we can get. Then how we can trade it? First of all, if you want to look for sell, because we mentioned the first things you want to see how long we will be within this move before we get the one more drop, if we get, because usually when we have this kind of the correction we can look for sell. Now the question is, if you want to look for sell, whether we get the one move up with a breakout of the top, then from there we get, if we get this option, it can give us better trade setup rather than the price from drop from here. Okay, and if you want to look for sell from here, right now the way is moving, it cannot give us any trade setup for sell. The best thing is if we get any correction similar to what I draw here, correction for down move. Okay, but this kind of the correction we can mostly can give us one move up. That's mean we can look for, if we want to look for buy, we can put our trend line here. Then we need to look for the breakout of the trend line, and as we can see, if this is the only correction, the best things is to look for buy, whether having tree above the top or we wait for the breakout of the top with the flag, in case this is the start of the up move and we don't get the down move. Okay, and if we want to have entry above the top, where what we can put our tree, the price is almost 0.0595, put a bit higher. But if we want to have entry above the top, what we want price tag break and continue. Okay, this is in case this one doesn't give us down move. This is what I want to mention, but mostly we are looking for sell, because this kind of the correction can give us sell, not buy technically. Okay, and even we mentioned how we can look for sell. The best thing is we get one move before we get the sell. This is the best option. By the way, we don't have any trade setup right now. The only thing is we want to see how deep this correction can be before we get the next down move. Okay, and the only thing is we see what we get from here, whether the price can move or we get the correction. Okay, in this case we just follow the chart. If I see any update I will share. Thanks.